Hello once again, witchy people. Welcome back to the Covenstead. So today I wanted to talk about, is being called a witch becoming more and more of an insult? And it's something that I've noticed a lot recently. You always get it occasionally where people use the word witch as an insult. But I never heard it very often, to be honest. It was a rare occurrence. But now it seems to be that that's the dog. It seems to be that the word witch is being used an awful lot as an insult. So as an experiment, I picked up a random paper. We get a newspaper. We get 2 newspapers every day in the house. So I picked up a random newspaper, I think it ended up being from Saturday, and flicked through to see how many times the word witch, pagan or heathen or anything like that was used in a positive way, and how many times just in one newspaper on one day it was used in a negative way. So it was not used in a positive way at all. No references to paganism at all were used in a positive way. However, there were two instances where the word witch was used in quite a derogatory manner. The dog's getting comfortable. So the first one, I'm not going to mention the newspaper, which is why I cut them out rather than bring in the newspaper. So, and it says here, I don't know if you see, ding dong, my witchy look is dead. And it explains how people can start having their haircuts now, and that basically it was a witchy look, and witchy hair is a bad thing. The other one was actually really quite awful. It was talking, it was an interview done from a prison officer who actually worked quite high up in the system, who met several notorious killers, including Myra Hindley. And of Myra Hindley, she said, back in the olden days, she would have been burned at the stake just like witches were. Comparing a murderer, a child murderer, a sick, twisted woman to a witch, I found that so insulting. Now, as most people know, I don't like to politicise anything. But I do find this quite, at a time when we are supposed to be admiring the strength of individuals and honouring people for what they are, whether that be their religion, their sexuality, their colour of their skin, for whatever reason, that we are picking something that for many of us has become a word and a symbol of strength, witch, and using it in such an awful way to represent something so awful. I find it as a witch very demeaning. And I don't know what the answer to this is, because I think, yes, compared to what some people can say about, like being racist or, and anything like that. Yes, it's mild in comparison, I guess. But we are talking about millions of people around the world that have just because of their choice of spirituality or faith or religion, if it is part of your religion, being a witch, you're just compared these people and basically put them on par with a sick, twisted child murderer, serial child murderer. And as I say, I don't know what the answer is to this. I really don't know, how to say this is wrong and be heard. But anyway, it was just an observation that I'd made, and I think going back, maybe 10-15 years ago, I think we as witches started to reclaim the word and use it as a meaning of a powerful and yet spiritual and earth loving person. And now it's, we took that word and we claimed it and we made it something special, and now it seems to be referring, regressing back to being something that is terrible, awful. And I don't know how to, other than personally in a small way, to once again reclaim that word and use it for how I feel it should be used. Now, I know for a lot of people that would just be, it's not important. But I think for any other spirituality or faith or religion to be taken in such a biased and degrading way, people would be up in arms about it. It would be wrong. And it seems to be that because you say you're a witch, it's nothing to be taken seriously. And I'm sorry, it is to be taken seriously. As seriously as being a Jew, a Muslim, a Christian, a Catholic, anything. Why do we seem not to be taken seriously? And to always be a point and a source of degradation and insult. So as I say, if anyone has any ideas, other than, like I said, we reclaimed the word once, and it seems to be being lost again into these times where it seems to be that at some point or another it's always okay to insult someone, and you're not allowed to say that someone is too thin or too fat because you're body shaming them. Obviously, you shouldn't body shame anyway. You can't say anything bad about anything. Like I said, about the colour of one's skin or anyone's, to a certain extent, obviously, religion or faith. You can't take the mickey out of them for their political views. But you can insult, as I said, millions upon millions of people over the world by degrading the word witch. And it really angered me. Sometimes I get a bee in my bonnet about things, and this is going to be one of them. It's definitely something that has more than irked me. Anyway, and because it irked me, I wanted to get it out there and share it and say, why is this happening again? Why is this okay? And it shouldn't be. So other than being myself and saying this is wrong, I really don't know a way to change this. Or, I am a very, very, very minuscule, tiny voice. And I know that many, many, many tiny voices do get to be heard when they all sing together. But somehow I don't think that's going to happen in this instance, because it seems okay to use the word witch in a very, very derogatory way. And it's not okay. It's really not okay, and it shouldn't be accepted. Can I get off my soapbox now? Thank you for listening to my rants and raves once again, witchy people. I'll be back very soon. Bye for now.